he shouted over the music. I nodded my head looking back at him. We didn't have much room to dance. Everyone was partnered up and bumping into each other, not really giving me an option. He grabbed my hand and led me outside to the front of Red's house door. Her door was still unlocked, so we went in and ended up in Red's room. We sat on her bed and he began to tell me how much he liked me. He pulled out a blunt he had already rolled and lit it. He took a couple of hits and passed it to me. I shook my head and told him I don't smoke. He asked, still holding the blunt in his hand. I never tried it before, I said in a low tone. I was so nervous he was way out of my league. I took the blunt and inhaled it once and began to choke immediately. Spit started coming out my mouth. He said, hitting it again. I could tell I was high because everything started to appear smaller. His words slurred to me and everything he said was funny. I couldn't stop laughing. It seemed like we were in her room for hours talking. His song must have come back around on the playlist because I could hear bits and pieces of it. He started vibing to his music and he got up, started singing it. I watched him from the bed, acting like he was performing for me. He turned around and saw me enjoying watching him. He sang it several times before he came closer and began kissing me. It felt good to have my first kiss. He continued to kiss me while sticking his tongue in my mouth and squeezing my chest. I tried to push him off me, but the more I tried to get him off me, the more he grabbed me. He grabbed me around my neck and pushed me down to the bed. He rolled me over and lifted up my dress and yanked down my panties. I couldn't see. My face was buried in the bed and I couldn't even hear myself scream for help. The more I screamed, the more he squeezed my neck. All I could hear was the distant sound of his voice repeating from the CD that was playing in the basement. I tried squeezing my ass cheek so he couldn't find my hole. I cried and tried to scream, begging him to stop, please. Siddiqui, stop. I won't tell, I promise.